Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 30th, 2020. I want to speak about Pop Smoke and his upcoming album titled Posthumous. And this album is supposed to be releasing on July 3rd. And you know, since his passing, 50 Cent, the rapper, has been very active in his man's career. And the day that Pop Smoke died, I made a few videos, but those videos obviously got deleted with my channel a couple of weeks ago. But in those videos, I showed that Pop Smoke has a very close connection to 50 Cent, and I think the connection is really father and son. And if you guys are probably new here, you guys are probably like, there's no way Pop Smoke is the son of 50 Cent. But if once you learn this code of gematria and numerology, and you start seeing how these people like to, set riddles, then you start, seeing exactly what they're trying to communicate to the people. Because I really think that deep inside, it's like they really want us to know, but they don't want to tell us directly. So they put it into this big puzzle. Because why else would they do this? You know? So before we start, looking at why his album is being released on July 3rd, I want to go back to his death. Because obviously that video is no longer available. And I want to show you guys everything that I noticed with Pop Smoke and 50 Cent. Because to me, it's very obvious that this is the son of 50. So, on February 19, the rapper Pop Smoke was supposed to be gunned down in Beverly Hills. He was supposed to be having a party. Then some intruders came, shot him dead, and left, And even though we are now in June, almost July, his killers haven't been caught. And it's probably because this man faked his death, like I discussed in the past, right? Because his everything about his death is very suspicious. Everything. But the day that he died, this report came out saying that rising rapper Pop Smoke was fatally shot in Hollywood Hills, California on Wednesday, according to a report. He was supposed to be 20 years old. And I think even that's fake, I think this man is way older than 20. But what I pointed out is how his murder was a ritual. Now, that doesn't mean that he actually died, but whether or not he died or he faked his death, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it was done by this numerical system known as Gematria, which is a Jewish practice, and it's the code that's pretty much used to pretty much script every single celebrity's career and ultimately their death. And in some cases, it's also used to script their fake death, or it's used to script a hoax like this one. And I'm really convinced that, this man faked his death that day, just like Kobe Bryant did. But I pointed out how his name, Pop Smoke, it sums to 38 in Gematria, and that's a very common number, especially with rappers. Because the word rapper, when you write it out in the language of Gematria, it sums to 38, just like his rapper name. Which goes to show you that these rappers are not even picking out their names, right? Their names are being given to them. Because this person had the perfect name for a rapper. Because it sums to the perfect gematria value. And, a lot of people called him Pop for short. What is Pop? Some to 20. And then he died at the age of 20. And 38 and 20. Numbers that we always see come together, right? Because the word death is 38 and 20. R.I.P. is 38 and 20. And of course, killing is 38. Murder is 38. And the day that he died, we learned that he was staying at this home. The home of the actress Teddy Mellencamp, who is 38 years old at the time of his passing, man. Notice her birthday is tomorrow, right? Her 39th birthday. And her husband, Edwin Arrow who's 42 years old at the time that Pop Smoke died. This man is now 43, but Pop Smoke died when he was 42 years old. And that's a number that's been stamped on black people throughout history, which I'll get into later down the video. But the actress was 38, and notice the address of the home. This is the home that Pop Smoke was supposed to be gunned down in. The address is 2033. Like 233, because in numerology the zeros are ignored. And this actress, she was born on July 1st, 1981. From her birthday to the day that Pop Smoke died, he died 233 days after her birthday. And that's the same number as the address of her home, which he was renting out for this party. Right? So, what a coincidence. He died 233 days after the actress's 38th birthday. And then he dies at the home with the number 233. And of course, his rapper name sums to 38. And TMZ put out this footage. This is supposed to be after he got shot. He was placed into this ambulance by firefighters. Strange stuff, right? Firefighters. And notice the ambulance. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they had the number 41 on the ambulance. And that was a big number in the ritual with Kobe Bryant, who died at the age of 41. And that's relevant because Pop Smoke died 24 days after Kobe. Right? But notice his name in Gematria. Pop Smoke was born Bashar Jackson, whose name sums to 41. They put him inside the ambulance, number 41. He's a Brooklyn rapper. Brooklyn sums to 41. He died in L.A. L.A. is 41, just like Kobe. Kobe died in L.A. as well at the age of 41. Robbery sums to 41. This was supposed to be a robbery. That's what, they reported the day that he was murdered. This was a robbery attempt gone wrong. A robbery attempt turned homicide. And it happened on a day with 41 numerology. So his name is 41. They put him inside this ambulance, number 41. This happened on a day with 41 numerology. Robberies 41. LA is 41. And of course, this is a Brooklyn rapper whose name sums to 41. And, on the 38th day of the year, on February 7th, this was his last interview. It was with the radio personality Angie Martinez. And she was born on January 9th. And Pop Smoke died 41 days after her birthday. And his last interview with this woman was on the 38th day of the year. And coincidentally, the day that he died, 50 Cent also had an interview with this same woman, Angie Martinez. So on the 38th day of the year, Pop Smokes has an interview with her. Then on the day that he dies, 50 Cent, his father, has an interview with the same woman. And Pop Smoke died 41 days after her birthday. We also pointed out how if you go to his YouTube channel, he had 41 videos the day that he passed away. 41 videos. Again, his name is 41. He died on a day with 41 numerology. They placed him inside the ambulance with the number 41. And again, he died 24 days after Kobe. Kobe died on January 26th, and then 24 days later, Pop Smoke died. And of course, Kobe wore the number 24. If you look at any of the interviews with Pop Smoke, in most of the interviews, he says that Kobe Bryant is his favorite basketball player. And I don't think that's any mistake because if you guys remember the Wingster video, Pop Smoke said that this was his favorite music video. And in this video, 50 Cent is with his son, a little boy, who is wearing a Kobe Bryant jersey. And notice 50 Cent has a Lakers hat on. He has some Laker denims on, some Laker pants. And then Pop Smoke dies 24 days after Kobe Bryant. Kobe water number 24. So it's a possibility that that little boy in that video is actually Pop Smoke. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's the case, but, And then, we also pointed out how he had a music video called Christopher Walken, which should remind you of the actor Christopher Walken, who was born on March 31st, 1943. And Pop Smoke died 41 days before his birthday as well. 41, this was a big number with the Pop Smoke death, just like the Kobe Bryant. I actually made a video called Kobe Bryant 41 Coincidences, because the number 41 was flooded in Kobe's death. His name Kobe Bryant sums to 41. He died at the age of 41. His last game, they took him out the game with 4.1 seconds left on the clock. The player to take the last shot of that game, if you look at the game, Kobe's last game versus the Utah Jazz, the person to take the last shot of that game, it was Trey Lyles, number 41. And of course, Kobe had 60. His team won with 101 points, which means his teammates had 41. The time that Kobe dropped 81 points, the date was January 22nd. The Lakers won with 122 points, 122. Kobe had 81 points, which means his teammates had 41. The 41 was just flooded in Kobe's death. And it was also used frequently in the Pop Smoke's ritual. And, this video, Christopher Walken, is interesting because, at the 2-minute and 29-second mark, you can actually, verify this on your own. If you go watch this video, go to the 2-minute and 29-second mark. You're going to see a helicopter. And then 1 second later, the helicopter crashes. Just like how Kobe Bryant died in the helicopter crash. And I don't think that's a coincidence either, because at the 2:29, that was another big number in the Pop Smoke ritual. Because on March 5th, we had his funeral. And Pop Smoke was born July 20th, 1999. And his funeral came 229 days after his birthday on March 5th. And of course, his name sums to 229, and 229 is the 50th prime number, which again, it should remind you of 50 Cent. He also died on the 50th day of the year. February 19th was the 50th day of the year. And then we get this announcement of this album coming out on July 3rd. And, when he passed away, 50 Cent automatically went into this emotional state. Why is 50 Cent so active in this man's career? Pop Smoke wasn't signed to his label. So why is 50 Cent so active? Why does he care so much? Why wasn't 50 Cent so active when Juice WRLD died? Or when all these other Brooklyn rappers have died recently? Like KJ Bowler, why 50 Cent is not finishing his album out? Why he cares so much about Pop Smoke, right? And this, I'm going to show you guys why. It's because this man is his son. But the album is set to be released on July 3rd, 7-3. Notice Jackson sums to 73. Both 50 Cent and Pop Smoke's surname is Jackson. 50 Cent was born Curtis Jackson. Pop Smoke was born Bashard Jackson. When a kid is born, he usually has his father's last name. And this album is going to be released on a day with 50 numerology. 7 plus 3 plus 20 plus 20 sums to 50. And again, Pop Smoke was born July 20th, 1999. From his last birthday to the day of the album release, 50 weeks on the nose. And again, his name is Bashar Jackson, which sums to 229, the 50th prime number. He died on February 19th, the 50th day of the year. And, 50, right? So many 50s, right? The album comes out 50 weeks after his birthday on a day with 50 numerology. Pop Smoke died on the 50th day of the year. And he also died on 50 Cent's 229th day of his age, right? 50 Cent was born July 6, 1975. And from July 6 to the day that Pop Smoke died, he died 229 days after 50 Cent's birthday. Again, that's the 50th prime number, and then he died on the 50th day of the year. So this is why his album is coming out 50 weeks after Pop Smoke's birthday, right? 50. Because his father is 50 Cent. And 50 Cent, again, he was born in 1975, July 6th. This is how old he was when Pop Smoke died. 16,300 days old. 163. And notice Curtis Jackson sums to 163. And that's the 38th prime number connecting back to Pop Smoke, who named sums to 38. So that's a lot of 38s, He dies in Teddy Mellingham's house, who was 38 years old, and rapper sums to 38, murder sums to 38, killing sums to 38, R.I.P. sums to 38, the word death sums to 38. 38. Then his album is supposed to be releasing on July 3rd, on the 50 date numerology, 50 weeks after Pop Smoke's birthday, on 7/3, and both of these men share the Jackson surname. And they're saying that this is the track list, 19 tracks. 50 Cent will be featured in this song, The Woo. Just want to check out the Gematria of The Woo. So it sums to 86, like Blood Sacrifice, 76, like Negro, 32, like Negro. So yeah, just think about that. This man's funeral was 229 days after his birthday, right? 229, the 50th prime number. His name sums to 229. That was a big number. Big number in this man's death, But just ask yourself, what's the odds that all of these 50s keep coming up, right? And why is 50 Cent so active in this man's album? From Brooklyn, at least 2 other rappers died from Brooklyn this year, right? King Shooter. Well, I think King Shooter's actually from Queens. But there was another rapper, his name was, what was this guy's name? It was KJ Bowler and Nick Blicky. Both of those rappers are from Brooklyn, And then, think about King Shooters from Queens, where that's where 50 Cent's originally from. Why 50 Cent is not active in those men's career. And I'm telling you, this is why. It's because this is his son. Just put a side-by-side picture of these two. They look identical. And if you look at the Gematria, it makes it even more clear. And also, all these other rappers that died earlier this year, they are also connected to Kobe Bryant. The rapper King Shooter. Actually, see if I can pull this up. None of these videos are available anymore because they took down my channel, man, which is unfortunate. This is why I have to make all these videos over. But King Shooter, he died at the age of 24, right? Kobe Bryant, water number 24. But he had an album And he put it out on August 24th, right? Called Fuck the Doubters. And that album was connected to his death. August 24th, which is Kobe Bryant Day. Again, Kobe wore number 8. He also wore number 24. He puts out this album on 8/24. Then he dies at the age of 24. Notice his name, William Daniel, sums to 62. He names his album Fuck the Doubters, which sums to 62. And then he puts out the album on August 24th, 2018, and dies 620 days after the release of that album. And then, of course, Sacrifice 62. And, of course, Falsity and Bargain, Sell Your Soul to the Devil. So that was another rapper connected to Kobe Bryant, right? Then we had KJ Baller, who also died from Brooklyn. He was also gunned down. And this was another rapper connected to Kobe Bryant. Let's see if I remember how exactly. Because, oh man, it's been a while since I covered these people. Oh, okay, I know how. So this rapper died 83 days. He died on May 23rd. I just want to make sure I don't want to say something that's not true. I think he died 83 days after Pop Smoke. So many rappers died this year. It's unbelievable. And none of the killers I ever caught. Strange. So many police departments. I mean, what are they doing? Eating donuts? How come they're not solving these murders? Let's see. 126. Yeah, so he died 118 days after Kobe Bryant. And make sure he died on 5/23. Yeah, he did. So he died 118 days after Kobe, and the word death equals 118 in Gematria, right? And there was another connection to Kobe. He also died 17 weeks. The word kill sums to 17. But there's a lot more. I just don't remember exactly. But then there was another rapper, Nick Blicky. Let's see if I can remember how to write this guy's name. This rapper who died at the age of 21. Okay, so this was the rapper that died 83 days after Pop Smoke. And then his name sums to 83. Man, murder sums to 83. And just, again, I said this a few days ago. That's what, like 5 rappers now? We just had the rapper from St. Louis die as well. He got shot down. Huey. I made a video on him. You guys should check that out. So look, Pop Smoke. You got Nick Blicky. King Shooter supposed to be died from coronavirus, so I guess he doesn't count. But KJ Baller. Trey Savage also died in a shooting right in Chicago. And then Huey. So Huey, Trey Savage, Nick Blicky, KJ Baller, and Pop Smoke. That's 5 rappers that I can name off the top of my head that has been shot down this year. And their murders haven't been solved. 5 rappers. So what is this? I mean, a lot of people say that we need the police. I mean, that's a good argument right there why we don't need the police. Because when our local rappers get killed, supposedly, their murders are being unsolved. So if the police cannot solve murders, then what's the point of having police? If crime is still going to exist and you're not going to do anything about it when it does happen. Well, I know the answer to that question is because these people are being ritualistically murdered. The police do know who's killing these people, but that's their employer, so they really can't do anything about it. And not all of these rappers are dying. Again, I think Pop Smoke and Kobe Bryant are different than Nick Blicky and all these other rappers. So just to finish it off, a lot of you kept asking me about Pop Smoke and his album. This is why it's being released on 7/3. It's because Jackson is 73 and it's coming out 50 weeks after his birthday on a day with 50 numerology, and his name substitutes on the 50th prime. And of course, he is the son of 50 Cent. And he died on 50 Cent's 229th day of his age, the 50th prime number. So, and yep, this death here will definitely be in this, you know, small book that I'm putting together. I'm trying to, put like a project together where I cover all the deaths from 2020. And if you guys see up here, I'm gonna cover Kobe Bryant, David Stern, Pop Smoke, George Floyd, Don Shula, the Miami Dolphins head coach, Jerry Stiller, a good actor, comedian, Betty White, Betty Wright, Little Richard, Andre Harrell. All three of these celebrities died back to back to back with 59 connections. The rapper Fred the Godson, who died from coronavirus. He was born on February 22nd, 222. And then he died from the Wuhan coronavirus. Also want to cover Roger Mayweather. And also Floyd Mayweather's wife, or ex-girlfriend. I think her name is Josie Harris. So and of course, all the rappers, right? Huey, who died from St. Louis, Trey Savage. So I want to put up, create a small book and just have all of these deaths documented. Just in case, my channel gets deleted again, or maybe, my blog. I don't want none of this research to go to waste. Have somewhere where people can reference, Because I hate saying that, you guys remember when I said this, and then I don't have any proof that I said it. Like how I made a prediction that NBA YoungBoy, his death should be coming up soon. And I don't have no way to show people that I made that prediction, I can go to my blog and show you guys that, but, blogs, how accurate are blogs? You can edit a blog any day and the date stays the same. But those of you that saw this video that I made on February 20th, then you guys know that I made this prediction. I mean, look at the chain he wears, right? The number 38 again. That's like Pop Smoke. And his name, some say 83, the reflection. So what I said was, I think he could possibly die on July 11th, 38 weeks after his birthday, which is very possible. And that's also a day with 38 numerology. Then it'll be 24 weeks after Kobe. So even if it's not him, somebody is definitely going to die that day, because they've been syncing up the number 24 with Kobe Bryant often this year. But, the reason I really like that day for him is because he has an album that he put out this year called Still Flexin', Still Reppin'. He put out that album on February 21st. And from that day to July 11th, it's 141 days, and NBA YoungBoy sums to 141. How perfect is that, right? 141 days after the release of that album. And that's also 38 weeks after his birthday. So let's see what happens. Hopefully nothing happens to him. I don't want to see people die, but the reason I made this prediction is just I want to end all the doubts. A lot of people keep, trolling this work. Like this is some type of conspiracy. No. If this is a conspiracy, I wouldn't be able to make predictions like this. And even if this doesn't come through, I've made predictions in the past, especially in sports. So that's all I have. Thank you guys for watching this video. And just want to say hello to everyone before we end it. Um, so the people that are always here, you guys already know that I love you guys. I don't want to. I'm just gonna point out people who I've never seen before. So the usual visitors, you guys know that I love you guys. So, but people like Captain Cyclone, I never seen you here before. Thank you and appreciate the support. So let's see. So Pale Horse Rider says that he has a lot of screenshots showing how they use the number 33 everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, that's like their most important number, 33. It's either 33 or 47. You're going to see the number 47 and 33 a lot. Yeah, 41 is a massive number this year. Absolutely. Yep. And before the bomb goes off, you see the 4.1 on the basketball and that Kobe Bryant commercial. Yep. That's a good point. BK says that 76 is 50 Cent's birthday. And now I forgot where I seen that 76 at. Man, I should have saw that comment. I did see the 76. What was it again? Oh, the Woo. You write out the Woo. Yeah, so that song that features 50 Cent's titled The Woo. The sums of 76 at 50 Cent's birthday. July 6th. Which is also 6-7, like 67 Blood Sacrifice, right? Yeah, they look identical. So Michael Cole says that they look just like, yeah, they look identical. But the Gematria brings it all together. Curtis Jackson is 163, the 38th prime. Pop Smoke is 38. But Shaw Jackson is 229, the 50th prime number 50 Cent. That's interesting that he's been promoting Rowdy Rich. And that synchronicity is also interesting. Appreciate that, Shakozy Truth. What's going on? Yeah, it's a new channel, so Shakozy's not a moderator in this one. All right, so I'll leave it there. And also, 7-3, the day that the album was getting released, Sacrifice is 73. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. But you guys take care, and this video is not gonna be up until like tomorrow, cause whenever I do a live stream, it takes like 20 hours for them to put it in my channel. I'll definitely tune in, Chicozy. Can't wait. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.